Hey guys, here today with Geoff, good friend of mine.
Andrew, thank you.
He's got a new Fish Pro here, 2020, and we're going to deck it out with a few of my accessories and also a few of the Railblazer accessories here as well. So we're just going to do a bit of a step-by-step process to show you how you can fit yours out and give you a few ideas, and also at some stage Geoff is going to set us up for spearfishing as well, eh?
Yeah, get it all set up so we can take the ski out, a bit multi-purpose too, so that'll be good.
Cool, so we'll get into it. We'll give you a bit of rundown on what we've got here, okay? So these here are the front rod holders. These are going to mount up the front. They come with a template as well, nice and easy, and a backing plate. So we'll show you the process of how those fit on there. Also, we've got the front mount here, the ST3 front mount. That's going to have a star port on the top here, one of these star ports, and then also a GoPro mount on it as well. What else have we got here, Geoff? We've got the LinQ accessory rack here. That's going on the side of the cooler box. Bolts on through these 3 points here, so we'll show you how that works. And then he can add another star port on here, put a light pole on it, or either a GoPro mount. It's also got an icky spike holder, a few other gadgets. So we'll get into it, eh? We've got the little star port here. I'm going to add it to this ST3 front mount. Nice and simple. Located on here. Alright, should be simpler. Amazing how it doesn't go quite to plan when you got it on camera. Put it on here, it's bolted on so it's nice and secure. Put a flat washer on there. There you go, grabbing down there, Geoff. So, got that washer there, that's good. And then Geoff's going to prepare up the front there to mount this up nice and easily. It's just a case of removing two of the T30 screws up there.
So I can use that for a number of things, right? So
yeah, exactly.
So I've got a GoPro mount on it. What else can I put on there?
So if you've got your GoPro, you can also add this extender port on here. It'll actually bring it up 15 centimeters, so it's going to get a little bit better view over the handlebars if you're placing it towards you for your activities. Yeah. Put a nav light on it, and a few other things as well.
That'll help, eh?
Yeah.
It costs a fortune to put those nav lights.
Simple solution, quick and easy for those early morning missions that you want to do some lights. So a good way to do it.
Save me some time.
Exactly. So I'll just tighten these up, and then we'll be ready to front there, eh? That's it. You good helper there, Geoff.
Okay. Helping out Tim, that's all me. Andrew, so I take it this is pretty idiot-proof, mate, given the fact that you've let me go on this on my own. So I'm just undoing these, I take it, and we're good to go. Yeah?
If you learned how to unscrew a screw, you should be safe there, Geoff.
Yeah, that's right.
Anti-clockwise gets you going. Yep, easy as that. So we'll locate this back on here, put those two screws in. Then you're just going to flick that ratchet around to tighten them up, and we'll be ready to go. Found a new job for you now, Geoff.
Hey, Andy's helper.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty simple though, eh? Jeez. And now I'm perfectly set up. Now, how tight do I do these? Just reasonably
Just pinch them up. Yeah, tight. You don't have to over tighten.
And she's set to go.
And then you've got your star port here where you can add any of the options in here in place, then lock it in, and it's nice and secure. And if you're not using it, just use this plug in there.
Yeah, perfect.
And the beauty of it is when you lift up your front hatch, it's got all your clearance there, like so.
Jeez, it doesn't even touch. That's great.
Simple way.
Yeah.
Like you say, you got your navigation lights, just put them in there for your early morning runs, and you've got some visibility when you're on the water. And
a really cost-effective way of doing it too.
Really. Pretty simple, yeah. Like New Zealand dollars, that whole setup there with the navigation lights is $197, so.
And all simple. Up it took 5 minutes.
Yep, nice and simple solution.
Perfect.
Okay, let's get into the next part.
Level 1.
Yeah.
Level 1.
So we're into our next part. We're going to fit this ultimate LinQ accessory rack here. Cool little gadget here to add you a few extra options on your Fish Pro. So we're going to remove these two holders, and only thing we need to do to fit them is to undo these 3 screws on here, these T30s. Simple as that.
So what's this called? The LinQ accessories rack?
Yeah, that's just going to allow you to, if you want to add a light pole or put GoPro at the back, nice and simple and secure, rather than just having it stuck on. Everything's bolted on and clipped in nice and secure. So to fit this in here, I'm going to put these bosses in here like giant washers to space it up. Then we put the plate back on here. Same time, you can just locate your rod holders back in. It's a bit easier to do it while it's all a bit loose. Then you just put these replacement extended bolts in here. Then you'll see here, Geoff, got a giant drinks holder here. Put a water bottle in there.
Mate, will a bottle of wine fit in there?
You never know.
Probably be pretty close, hopefully.
A few of our US guys who are into the fishing also been wanting a stubby holder there. They seem to be a bit more into their refreshments on the water rather than their fishing, so whatever you're into. A lot of these fish pros are used for touring and picnics, so something like this will be a nice added accessory for them.
But obviously, as a personal disclaimer, I'll never drink and drive while I'm out on
Definitely,
the water, right?
Geoff. We're responsible boaties. So yeah, just tighten those up.
Wow.
Just like so. That is a very simple upgrade to fit. Then you can add your starport on here as well, so you can add all your other accessories. There's for an icky spike, pliers, cup holder, drink bottle holder, everything ready to go. And you got an icky spike there. Good.
Perfect.
You bought the whole hog there, eh?
I did. I couldn't resist. Pretty handy.
Simple as that, eh? So we're just getting on to the finishing touches here with this accessory rack. Geoff's just tightening up that rail blaze starport. Yep,
which we're good to go. So that's fantastic. So obviously lock and unlock, so nice and easy. So that's pretty perfect. So then we obviously grab our GoPro. Pretty straightforward. Drop that in, lock her off. She's pretty solid, good to go, and we're set for videoing the benches, mate.
That's the one. Don't forget to hydrate.
Yes, hydration's very important. We're not sponsored. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Chuck her in there. She's good to go. She isn't going anywhere, is it?
And now you can ride this if you're meant to, not worry about getting to your spot, losing your water bottle.
Yeah, perfect. Or pulling it out of a fishy fish bin. Next,
rod holders up the front. Make it a little bit easier while you're having your lunch and tying your knots.
Place to put my mask as well.
Mask holder. Good work.
Brilliant.
We're going to fit the ST3 front rod holders here. These will go on any ST3 hull Sea-Doo, and they're going to allow you to fit the holders in. So it's part of the kit that I have available. You can either buy it as a left hand or right hand, depending on what side you want to have one fitted on, or the best way to do it is to get a pair of them. So with the kit, it comes with the main mount with a backing plate to support it behind this panel here. It comes with these stick-on foam tapes for the areas that need them. You've got your mounting screws, 4 fingers. You've got the mounting screws here, the washers and the nylock nuts. And most important here, it's a bit windy today, most things I get to do out on the water, it's normally windy, so it's no different on land. So this full template here shows you exactly where to locate all your holes, how to do it, and there's also a video like this one I'm doing now to give you that step-by-step process to make it easy for you. So we'll get into it now, eh? The first part for me to do will be to cut out these templates, because we're going to fit a pair of these on this one for Geoff.
Beautiful, looking forward to it.
And Geoff's going to be my helper here. I'll get him into handing me whatever tools I need. So probably first things first, we're going to start with the scissors, eh?
Fish Pro colour scissors there. Yep,
we know how to be team players here. We might need to... Oh, that's good helping me, Geoff. We should be able to do this together. What I might do, Geoff, I might get you to do this job.
Oh,
you look very qualified.
It's very kind of you.
So just cut around the edges here.
Yep.
You familiarise yourself with the product. And don't go over the lines, Geoff.
Hopefully I've got a steady hand. So see if I was listening at school, right?
Okay, go for it. And I'll get this next part ready.
Yeah. Don't cut over the line, he says. No pressure. I've probably got the hardest job of all, right? Hey Andrew, I will let you know I did forget my glasses, so if I do cut the line, I'm sorry.
Oh, there's a little bit of margin for error there.
Is there?
Template there that has a measurement from that point to that point, to just make sure if you've printed out your own version that it is done to scale. Doing this left hand template, then we'll be ready to mark the holes and drill them.
Too easy.
Finally, just cut out our template for the left hand side here. So we're going to locate that on here, like so. And then I just need to tape it on so we can position where to mark our drilling locations. And all we'll need is 3mm drill bit, or 1/8 from memory Imperial. Thank you. Perfect. Just need a cordless drill here, come along like so to these points and mark in here. We're going to take off the whole panel as well to make it a little bit easier, and for doing that you'll need to open the front hatch here and just pull these seats back. We need to just remove this panel here, so we have a grommet here to remove, just like so.
Handy to have a little plastic bag or something for these.
Yeah, to keep all these things in here. That pops off like so. You don't want to drop those down the engine bay. Yep, been there, done that. That one there, and then we need the T30 bit. There's not much involved to remove this panel. Very easy. And just pull it and back. Easy as that. So we have this template on here, nice and easy, and then we can drill out this next stage. Mark these location points, 4 holes that need to be drilled in this panel. I'm just using this small drill bit here, getting a general area for them. This is our main hole that we also need a 57mm hole saw bit. Then we can take off this whole template. We now have our marking positions. And it is a little bit easier if you're not so experienced at this to do it away from your Fish Pro, so you don't risk marking anything, so just doing it on a different surface area. Drill this main hole here, and that is our point for our hole saw. I'm going to do this hole saw bit. There we go. Just gently go through this panel. Important not to go too quick. Go. We've got this main hole saw hole drilled. We're just going to put it all back on here. Just make sure everything is in the correct position, and then put this tube in there, and that way you can actually get a true indication if your holes that you've marked here from the template are going to be where you want to drill these next 5mm holes. And everything's lining up perfect to our original holes, so we're going to continue with these 3mm pilot holes. And now we've done that one, we'll take the whole thing off, Geoff. It's a little bit easier to drill these, so just like that through there. A little bit windy today, means we're not missing any fishing on the water, fortunately. And then this guy here, this one here's a little bit fiddlier, caught right on the edge there of the panel, and we're through. And the next stage will be to do the 5mm holes to have it ready to bolt that panel in. Drill these 5mm ones. And one last one. Let's have a look. All perfect, and we're just going to secure the backing plate on it, the stainless backing plate, and then put the nuts and bolts. Just use these LinQ bolts here that are supplied as part of the kit. Put those in there. I might get Geoff to help me here. Hold that, Geoff. Thank you. And then we're going to slide the backing plate on, and then we've got to put a washer and a nut on each of them. I just about dropped that one. 3 bolts with 3 washers and 3 nuts. Maybe I should have had Geoff doing this. I'll get this one done and Geoff can have a crack at the next one. Show me how it's done. So then you just need your Allen key on that side there. It's a nice quick process. These don't take long to a lot of time to fit. Yeah. Getting the last one on. We're on the home straight now. Nice and tight, good to go. We'll go put that on there. Thanks, Geoff. No worries. Nice work there, good team effort. So we're just going to try this panel back on the Fish Pro. Just locate it on that top edge here, slide it across, make sure those holes are in the right positions, and then this here is all fitting in nice and snug, which it is. We can shut it just to do one final test. Add in our foam tape just behind this panel to the points, the factory Sea-Doo points here that we're just rubbing on this panel here. It just avoids any squeaks and any extra movement here. We've also got another piece of foam tape just directly behind, a bit more reinforcement behind that tube there, okay? I find just in past experience of fitting a few of these now, if you add some foam tape around this edge here and all the way along here, it's going to take any excess movement out of the panel, okay? So that's just a valuable tip for those who are installing them themselves. These pieces of foam tape that are supplied, you'll see just a faint mark where those rubber stops are sitting, and so I put them exactly on that position there. Just doing final preparations to fit up this panel again. So we've added this foam tape here, and you'll see those bump stops on the Sea-Doo panel, how they've been putting an impression on there, so that's going to eliminate any squeaks on the panel. Place this whole panel back in place. Just get it back on here. She's just locked in now. Then we just need to tighten up that T30 screw there and then put that grommet back in, and we'll be good to go. Plug it back in there, like so. Push that in and then pop that in, and then we have one screw to put in here, that T30 again. Just start it with your fingertips so you have no risk of cross threading it.
It's a great thing with that, Andrew, is all these screws seem to be pretty universal, right? They all seem to be the one size, which is great.
It does make it a lot easier, so we just tighten that up nice and tight. Now this panel is in place. Check that all closes down properly, and that rod holder is nice and secure, and you're ready to go. Only thing for us, we've just got to do the other side. This one, we're going to get it done a bit quicker. Jeff's going to help me and show how easy it is now. So we've got the right hand template all cut out, all ready to go. Jeff's just going to get this panel prepared to remove while I get this all lined up. It's a good way to see that it's not, with all the experience that I've got of doing these so regularly, that someone like yourself who's watching and wondering how hard or how easy this whole process is, that it doesn't take much once you've watched the video to be able to do this yourself if your local dealer's a bit busy to do it for you.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it, really?
Jeff's going to just set a mark of these points here, our crucial points, and then we'll remove that whole panel.
Pretty straightforward to take it out.
Now we can remove that whole template.
Cool.
Just doing the finishing touches here. Geoff is just putting on that backing plate. That foam tape in position there. Down here, and here, and here.
So, yep, that panel's pretty solid. Pretty happy with that. So we'll just put the last piece on, and we'll be good to go. Make sure that's clipped in.
Shut that front hatch.
Shut
Check
the
everything's
hatch.
lined up.
Solid. We're good to go. Everything's looking good. Fantastic. We unscrew these and get them ready for the start ports with the G clamps over here.
This is going to be a weapon, Geoff.
It will be, won't it, mate?
Fish slaying weapon.
Why do people buy boats when you can buy a Fish Pro, eh?
You got it. Gonna add these G holds on for the spear guns.
So that will sit there. And then I'll have this one just sort of sitting up here as well. So I'll have to get those in so it'll take the spear guns. Put that around that way actually.
That's a good look.
So that'll be the spear gun holders. Get this all prepared, take those off. We've unscrewed those. Just get that in the desired position. A little bit of tape just to come over the top to hold it in place so it stops it from moving, so we can make sure that we're happy with the positioning of it. Flip it over, get an idea where the holes will fall to make sure that we've got the relevant fixing spots through there.
4 bolts to hold each HD starport in. Fix them with the nylocks behind.
Check through the back through there to make sure that we can get easy access to those bolts so they'll sit flush, so that's pretty much a perfect spot for them.
Just adding those bolts and putting these washers with the nylock nuts on. We'll be good to go.
Perfect. Look at that. We'll just reinstate these here. I'll put these first ones down in the middle. Just fix them there. Lock those in. So just make sure that's unlocked. Clip it in, lock it in, and that will simply clip over and hold the spear gun in nice and tight.
Our job is done, so Geoff and I have just finished off fitting out his Fish Pro. So we did the ST3 front mount here for his GoPro up the front to capture his adventures. Then we've also added the ST3 front rod holders. We've got one on the right hand side here and one over on the left. Geoff's helped a lot with the install, so it just shows how simple it is. Also got our rail blazers here. These are the heavy duty starports, and they've also got the 75mm G holds on them, so he can hold his spear gun. Because he's planning on doing a bit of spear fishing, aren't you, Geoff?
Yeah, so it'll be me and my daughter, so good that you know, it can be something that the whole family can do now, so it's really cool. So really am looking forward to it, of course, and not forgetting that we've obviously got the ultimate accessories holder over here too, and installed obviously with the key spike as well. The rail blazer starport over here, so we can fit a GoPro or different accessories to it as well, and of course the number one thing too, that drink holder, mate, which is fantastic. No more fishy drink bottles out of the chili bin, mate, which is great. So
that's the way. Yeah. So you're pretty much all fitted out, ready to go now. You got your cooler box, you got your fuel caddy on the back here for those big long range trips. And now we just need to bring on summer and get out there and do it, eh?
Fill the bin with a few things, eh? Awesome. Hey, thanks, mate. That's brilliant, eh? I really appreciate it.